welcome to the third episode of Truth in Tech, where we talk about the week's most interesting tech stories. As usual, we'll kick it off with a local news item from New York and Boston, and then we have some more national news as well. So for New York, Fashion Week is coming up in a month about. And for the first time ever, Hearst, which owns like Cosmo and Mary Claire, and I'm probably forgetting a bunch of things, a lot of fashion magazines, they are partnering with AngelHack, which hosts like these 24-hour hackathons all over the country, and they're doing a fashion hackathon, and the winner gets like $10,000, but also they get exclusive access to Fashion Week shows and events, which I think is kind of interesting because you don't usually expect like developers to be at fashion shows. So
you don't have any fashion in Boston, yeah, right now. But we do have a cool story from Watertown, which is where Softars is located. Yeah. So a lot about healthcare. Athenaheath is in Watertown, they acquired Epocrates, right? Did I say that right?
I think so.
Which is a mobile medical app company, which is based in San Mateo, California, which is unique. So nice having actually a company in Boston, like Watertown, acquire another company elsewhere.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. So
right.
That's cool.
The co-founder of Athenaheath, Todd Park, is the current Chief of Technology Officer of the U.S. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. So let's see. Did you have any other mobile or shopping news, I guess?
Oh yeah, I guess we can stay along the fashion shopping lines. I was reading this article on Mashable. They were talking about the future of shopping using Prime Sense and Shopperception. So basically, it's like these new, I don't know if those are startups, but anyway, so they use the same technology in Microsoft Connect that they use in like Dance Dance Revolution, so kind of like heat sensors.
Yeah.
And so it's this thing called Capri 3D sensor, so they put it like above aisles in shopping stores, and it projects this like 3D mesh in space, so you can't really see it. It's like in infrared.
Yeah.
And it tracks like how people are interacting with the product, so if they pick something up or put it down, or like how long they're there for.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then it can aggregate all of that data and then print out like reports for you, so you can see what products are doing well and what's not. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is.
And Big Brother-ish.
All right, well, let's see. Kind of in the same interesting futuristic vein, the supercomputer Watson, which you might remember won Jeopardy, back in, I think, February of 2011, maybe it's January. It beat Ken Jennings, who was like the Jeopardy champion. It has been used more recently to do a lot of cool things in healthcare and like I think insurance analysis. Like basically it can figure out what kind of disease you might have or how much you should pay for your insurance, those sort of things. It also memorized the entire Urban Dictionary and then started talking smack at its at the scientists working with it, who after a while didn't appreciate what I think is kind of funny, but I know, but I guess the scientists had enough, and they wiped Urban Dictionary from Watson's memory, so now it has a very clean mouth. But I think they should have left it in, but I'm not talking to it every day, so
that's true.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Well, okay, and let's see, what else do we see? Oh, along those same lines of cool inventions and everything.
Yeah.
I was reading in PC World about how some of Microsoft's best kept research and development projects.
Yeah.
So they were going through a lot of like cool new technologies with experimenting with touch and touch screens. And also motion sensors. So same thing we were going back to about like the
shopping
3D sensor, for shopping. So they are using the same technology as in Connect we had talked about before, to like do real-time scanning in an environment, so to create like 3D models and everything.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. And they're creating like these virtual spaces and a robot. So along the same lines as Watson, but this one like it detects your motion and it'll play catch with you. So it tracks your head. Yeah, it's so cool. It tracks your head and then also your movement. And so you like underhand toss and it will catch. And it also does like kind of creepy. It does human-like emotions for if it fails. Like it like like hangs its head. I
feel like that would be such a boon for like only children everywhere.
Yeah.
Give them a little robot to play catch with.
Right.
Or for like athletic kids with non-athletic siblings or parents.
Yeah.
Be great.
There you go.
That's
learning application for it.
Yeah. I read that like Microsoft spent in 2011 $9.6 billion on research and development, which is a crazy amount of money. Like, I think it is a lot of it's around like sort of sensors and touch and in like interactivity. But we haven't seen much of it I think is still in their research department. So I'm like, I guess Windows 8 has some of it, but I'm eager to see what like the next commercial application is.
Yeah, because they were talking about that too, because Microsoft seems to get the blunt end of the stick where like, you know, everyone's talking about Google and Apple and all these other big companies, but they're not seeing all the cool innovations that they're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, get it out there, Microsoft.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, so this isn't really that related, but kind of interesting story.
Separate note.
North Korea, their official Twitter account is not very active. They are following 3 people. And one of them is a 25-year-old American named Jimmy Dushku, not related to the actress Eliza of Bring It On fame. But Jimmy is most known for being the world's biggest Coldplay fan. He's been to 60 concerts, and he counts Fast and the Furious as his favorite movie. That was just a fun fact. Anyways, though, it's unclear why North Korea followed him, but he says that he got a lot of hate mail and Twitter threats at first, but they've abated, and he's follow E number 3. And nobody really knows why.
A mystery.
Yeah, a mystery. It's interesting. Let's see. Do we have anything else, or is it time for App of the Week?
I think it's time for App of the Week.
All right. Woo. I'm kind of excited about this one.
You were telling me about it earlier, but you got me excited about it, so I think it's a good one.
Yeah, so... Yeah, this week was the New York Tech Meetup, which is like very consumer app driven, and the runaway hit from all accounts it was this app called He Texted. It's just hetexted.com, and basically users post texts that they get from guys or girls to the hetexted.com site, and let other users make a verdict on whether the texter is into you or not. So if you're like, want to go out tonight, and the guy's like, I think I'm going to be busy at work, the texters will be like, well, what's the background of this guy? And then they'll make a decision like, well, if he said something like this to you before when you've asked him out, then he's probably not into you. And they get like 1,000 people will weigh in.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have like buttons so it's like 3 options?
Yeah. Here, I'll just pull it up.
I was gonna say, yes, I'm very curious about this. It's for my friend.
Of course. So they can say he's into you, he's not into you, verdict is still out. And basically you just like
ask a bro.
Yeah, that's the other, like, I guess that's part of their, yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah. And then I think users can also like anyone I think can like have a verdict. But they also pay a group of bros to analyze. But they're starting like a she texted and a we texted, like all sorts of, so it's not just for guys wondering about girls. But yeah, basically you like upload your text, and then you have a description of it so people know like if this is a one-time instance or not, and then people say if he's into you or not, or
that's cool.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right. Good.
So, yeah. It's good for like, we're getting closer to Valentine's Day, and
oh yes, very good point.
so you can set yourself up for a non-humiliating situation. And yeah, that's let's see, how do I end this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have.
All right.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for watching, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.